Film is literature. Hello, people. Hey, James, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. How are you doing?
Man, I'm great, dude. I'm great. We got a fun and exciting movie, I think, to talk about this week.
Yeah. I really kind of enjoyed this one. It's different than other ones that we started.
Yeah,
No, other ones that we done. This actually was a thriller, I believe.
yeah, it's a thriller. It's a thriller for sure. I guess I'll go ahead and let you introduce it since you're the one that kind of picked it. You're the one that chose this movie for us, so I'll kind of let you introduce it.
So what we did again, we doing a Netflix theme. The top picks. This was on the to watch list, not this week or last week, but has been on there. So it
Yeah.
is the platform. Um, I can't even say anything. Anybody that's in this movie that there's no characters that we made. There's no actors that we know.
No, it's a Spanish movie, so it's El Hoyo in Spanish. I think I pronounced that right. I'm not sure,
Oh,
but
that's the platform. El
yeah,
Hoyo.
I think I pronounced that right. Yeah, so it's a Spanish movie that they kind of dubbed over with English when because Netflix bought it after it had already been made.
Right. Which was good. I mean, the movie came out in 2019.
Yeah, 2019.
Yeah, 2019. Like you said, Spanish movie. They kind of just did the voiceovers in
Yep.
English. Um, Again, thriller. I think it was a metaphor or something. If you really try to look deeper into the movies, but it started. I think. Well, I, I don't want to get into telling the movie, but
No, go ahead. Just give like a quick synopsis, like a quick little like a 30-second. What
okay.
is it?
So basically, the platform is a movie of someone that goes to I'm gonna say jail or prison,
Yeah,
if you will, and they have multiple levels of jail. So basically, it's like one through let's say 300
yeah. It was
levels.
333.
Say again.
333 is how many we found out there towards the end. Yeah,
Right, 333 levels, two per level. So you can do the math on that. Two times 333.
yeah. That's
Um,
666 people. The devil's number 666.
you know what? I never thought about that. Yeah.
Yeah,
So the platform piece is the actual piece is there's a platform that goes to each level, and at the beginning level has food. So the food is something that you like when you first get in there. They ask you what you like, and then they make all the foods for everyone that's actually in there. I guess the plot is, or the twist is, does the food gets down to 333rd level?
which no, because everybody's eating way too much.
Right. So it's a play on the haves and have-nots, and
Yeah.
then then one day you can have and one day you can have not, because they switch you up every month for
Mhm.
which it's like a random order of what floor you on. So you
Yeah,
know,
it's a pretty crazy concept. I kind of like it. I guess my first question is, what kind of food? What are you picking? What food? What
for
you know?
for my stay, me what I'm picking, maybe like pizza,
Yeah,
something
that's
like that.
probably exactly what I would say, dude.
Yeah. Some easy pizza. But if you saw that on there, it was cake, it was snails, it
Oh
was
yeah, it was all over the place, like
yes, it was all
spaghetti.
over. Yeah, spaghetti, watermelon,
Yeah,
uh, crab,
yep.
chicken breast, roasted duck. It was everything on there. Um, again, I like the concept of the movie, like you're saying. I like the concept
Great
because
concept. Great concept. This was something that we had not seen before.
right, it kind of show you, somebody can be, not gonna say civil or fair, if you will. It can be
Yeah.
fair. However, when you're starving, how fair are you? What does this stuff give? What does these levels do to your
Yeah, it would
person?
be. Yeah, so some days I feel like it would be hard to just eat like my fair share. Like, some days I might want to eat a lot.
Well, yeah, yeah, but that's the thing though. It kind of shows you based on I'm starving. I'm like, because I come from, like, let's say the hundreds level, and I'm
Yeah,
just eating scraps, and I get into the 1 through 6 or 1 through 50 level, whereas I have a plethora of things to eat. everybody's, they're not self-sacrifice. They're um, it's all about self at that point.
Yeah.
I'm eating as much as I can. And
All right. So they allow you to bring something with you when you go in. Our main character, he brings a book, which is interesting. I don't think he quite knew what to expect when he went in. So he took a book. His first cellmate, I guess you could say, brings a knife. What are you bringing?
So since I know
Yeah.
what it is, I'll bring a weapon.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But let's say if you didn't know, what would you bring?
And I have no clue. It wouldn't be a book. It'd be maybe a radio or something. Something I can listen to, pass the time.
Yeah,
radio, music, some type of music.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I think I would have brought like something to play music with, like an iPod, iPad, or whatever they were back in the day.
Yeah. If you notice, everybody had something different. And
one guy had a rope.
One guy had a rope. Yeah. One guy had a sword.
Yeah, the one lady brought her dog.
Yep.
What did they say the other lady had? A
ukulele. Ukulele. That's that thing.
Yeah, the little guitar that the lions play.
Right. The ukulele. I guess that's
It was very interesting. This story has a lot of. So first of all, it's only 94 minutes, which I loved. It was pretty much straight to the point. It didn't overtake its time, but it had, the whole time I was kind of like, well, from the start, I was like, what's the twist? And there was no twist really. It was just kind of a straightforward movie. Like you said, it was metaphorical, but there was no there was no big twist at the end.
Well, I think they tried to do a little twist with the lady that was killing everybody.
Yeah, looking for her son or her kid, which we found out was a girl.
Right, and it just baffles me that she never found the kid as many times she's been up and down that little chute.
Yeah. So did she never make it all the way to the end? And also, like, where's the kid hiding? Because it could have been hiding at the very end the whole time. Like, it didn't look, malnourished. It looked like it
Exactly. I was about to say exactly the same thing. Like, she wasn't malnourished. She looked pretty healthy, but I think you probably can't do that to kids in a movie. I don't know.
To me, it was kind of a letdown, honestly, at that point when we did see her, because it was like, okay, cool, like, wow, there is actually a kid, but there wasn't there wasn't anything wrong with the kid. There wasn't nothing to it. I was like, oh, like, and then I was like, how did the kid's been hiding the whole time and the people in charge didn't know? Like, I don't understand.
Right. I think the people in charge had to know. Because the platform don't stop if you're dead or it's an empty cell or empty. So I don't know.
Yeah, so it must like maybe the kid was hiding down there at the end the whole time, and maybe it just kept eating all the dead people that fell all the way to the end. I don't know, but that raised a lot of questions for me. But overall, it was a good movie. So he was in there for 6 months. Do you think you could survive 6 months in there?
I don't know. I probably can. But again, you gotta do what you gotta do to stay alive. You know what I mean? I don't think a month will. It depends on if I'm at the bottom for like consecutive months. I don't. You really got to do what you got to do to stay alive. Now,
would you? So twice he eats a cellmate. Would you be eating? Would you be? If they died, would you be eating them?
I guess you had no choice. Yes. You have no choice, but you notice anybody you eat stays with you, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's just. I don't know if that's real life, but yeah.
I don't know. I'm just talking about the movie. I don't know.
Yeah, the movie, yeah, for sure. And another question that I have about the movie is, like, what happens to our main character at the end? I guess he's stuck at the bottom and dies.
No, there's a part 2.
Yeah, is he in it?
I don't know. I started it, but it was late it was late. So I started it, but I don't think it may be him, it may not. I'm not sure.
Yeah, apparently I just looked up. He is in the second one. So okay, I guess maybe he does live. Yeah, this was a very interesting movie. A lot of good food, that they had on the plate. A lot of levels. I don't think that I don't think the levels were ever all the way filled up. Like I don't think they ever had 666 people because it skipped a lot there towards the end.
Right, because yeah, I mean, when you get down past 100, people start, killing each other
Yeah.
because no food. It just in my mind, when I look at this movie, it kind of shows, like I said, the have and have nots. So everybody that have gorge on everything, all the resources and natural, let's say resources, period. And then you kind of left with the scraps with the have nots. Like, I guess, at least me. I don't know about you, but at least me, as far as like the have nots. So it's not that I don't have not, but I don't have as much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then everybody's scraping, everybody's stealing, everybody pilfering. It's like real society. So you don't have this type of thing on the top floors. You know what I mean? Because everybody's eating.
Yeah, the people at the top had it the best. I mean, could you imagine being at level 1, like just having your choice of what to eat?
Right, but so in my mind, what they try to do is start a government in this place. That's why they started talking about eat your portion, eat your share.
Yeah.
And that's what the lady with the dog. So to me, they try to govern the food so everyone can live. And if you try to bring that into real life, that's what the government is supposed to do. Everybody pays into a pot of money, and everybody utilize the resource equally, and not equally like as far as money wise, but equally as far as services.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Why do you think? What was I again? I don't even know. There was a lot that happened in this movie, even though it was kind of short, and you kind of act like maybe it didn't happen. But why do you think they let the guy, our main character, why do you think they let him voluntarily come in?
So I didn't get into I didn't understand it. I think it was a voluntary, like you get something, you got to suffer, but it's almost like a struggle. Anything that you get, you have to struggle for. Like hypothetically, you're a good pool player. You become a good pool player by looking at pool. You be a good pool player by either playing every day, putting time in it, expending money. It was some struggle. There was a struggle, and
all right. So he wanted to go in there because he wanted to quit smoking.
No, he wanted a degree.
Well, yeah, but he also says he wanted to quit smoking. He says that at one point.
Oh, at the beginning when he smoked all those cigarettes,
Yeah,
I thought he said that.
You never once see him like begging for a cigarette or like, craving one. I thought that was interesting. Also, do you think he actually gets a degree if he makes it all the way through?
He got to get something. I don't know. He got to get something, because voluntarily going in there is crazy.
Oh yeah, I would never volunteer.
You don't know. You don't know how bad it is until you get in there. I mean, you have to do some serious research for people that I think people don't get out. I think that's the moral of that story. You go in, but you don't come out.
Yeah, I mean, I think the people in charge are hoping that everybody just dies in there, and
they kill each other until they kill each other until they find out, until they understand how to live and maybe it's a social experiment.
Yeah, I definitely feel like it's a social experiment, is what I kind of feel like. And also, like, how do they choose who is whose cellmate? Like, do you think they're doing like research and like do you think they're kind of putting you with people that you might not get along with?
I would hope they wouldn't, but I think it's random.
I don't think it's random. I think they're choosing who to pull you with.
Yeah, I mean, but they say during times like this, during rough times, people come together no matter how at odds they are or how different they are.
And I think that goes into the social experiment. They want to see if that's true. They want to see if these people that don't think alike, if they can come together in a world like this, or if they just basically just go at each other and kill each other
the whole time. Yeah. But and I think in my mind, if I had to go in with somebody, I want to go in with somebody that's just got there, not somebody that's been there, because at that point they're tainted and they know what's going to happen. So I know, like, the guy woke up and he's tied up and he knows he's gonna, he's gonna be hungry after a certain amount of days. So he got him tied up so he can eat later on. So
Yeah, I think that's a good point. I think I would like to go in with a newbie as well. I don't think I'd want to join somebody that's been there for 10 months or 11
right.
months.
Because they tainted. They tainted
they changed up their outlook on life and their outlook on what's going on in there. Do you want to go ahead and get into our categories?
Sure.
All right, let's start out with favorite scene. Do you have a favorite scene?
I do.
Okay.
I do have a favorite scene. I like the blood and gore of it all.
Oh man, yeah, I love that they did have a lot of blood and gore. That was good.
Yeah. So I think my favorite scene when he started eating the guy's leg. Just kind of slowly cutting him, and he's bleeding, and things that way. And then the lady come down and kind of save him.
Yeah, and I think and the weird thing is that's probably my favorite scene is probably just when the girl kills the guy.
Yeah.
Like the girl's riding up and down looking for her kid. I don't know why she decides to save him. Maybe it's because he kind of showed compassion when they first met, maybe.
Right. And that's exactly what it was. I mean, he was the only one that truly and honestly had some compassion for her and her kid. And truly has some compassion.
Yeah, I like that scene a lot though. Basically she kills him and they really show all the blood and gore, and I love that scene. And she basically starts eating them and helping the guy eat them, and it's it's just an amazing scene. Also really like the scene towards the end where they decide to jump on the platform and go down. Yep. Yeah, I just love the whole montage basically of all the levels and what's happening. Right. I like
and
that.
At the end, they cut the man's head off.
Yeah.
Blood coming from everywhere. He got a gash on his side. There's blood everywhere in this movie.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of blood in this movie. It's I definitely see why it's not rated PG.
You're right. Yeah. That's what I like all the bloody scenes. That's what I like.
Yes. I also say that I kind of like the scenes where they're making the food.
Say it again. Oh, you like when they're making the food?
Yeah.
They're top notch. They're top notch chefs up there. They're making
that's a 5-star. That's a 5-star. Yeah.
Yeah. They this Michelin star.
Yeah.
Michelin, the way they cook their food.
Yep.
Again, it just it still leads you. This had to be a social experiment. It had to be.
Yeah, it has to be. Yeah, it's definitely a social experiment. I feel like, and it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool social experiment, I think. Do you have a least favorite scene?
Maybe the scene where I guess him and the girl was I don't know if they was having sex or not.
Oh, like his dream. Dream.
What was the dream about? I mean, was he just hallucinating because he was hungry? He was hurt. Like, is that what that was?
Yeah. I think he was just hallucinating. I feel like maybe just from being hungry and basically dying from starvation. Yeah, I mean that kind of didn't really make any sense. Also, really honestly, I just didn't really like the part with when he had the girl as his cellmate or level mate or whatever. I just didn't really. She was just kind of annoying.
Yeah. Well, she's the one that started the governance of the food.
Yeah.
And she kind of gave him some insight on what she knew about the administration.
Which is good, but man, she just was so annoying. Like, and then she just randomly kills herself. I was like, this is just kind of.
Well, she was dying anyway. Remember, she had cancer.
But I don't know, man. I just didn't like it. I just felt like I don't know. I could have done without that whole part.
That's true. But and since you talked about her, what's her point of being in there? They can't save her life.
Yeah.
Like, what she get out of being in there? And
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. And then they bring her dog and they kill her dog, and I'm just like, man, this is just
stupid.
Like the whole time I was like, oh, something's about to happen now with this lady. Like she's talking like, something's gonna happen. And then there's a dog. Like, oh my gosh, this could get really good. And then she's gone in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, you're right. And I can imagine the smell of this place. Like, think about it. The smell.
No bats.
Right.
Do you think they give you a bath when they put you to sleep at the end of every month?
They do some. Remember that they wash up in that little sink
Yeah,
because
but
remember they used to.
that's not a bad.
Yeah, no, it's not a bath. No, no, it's not a bath.
Man, that would be like my least favorite part of the whole thing is not being able to take a bath.
Right, because they got the little toilet on both sides. Yeah.
Dude, I gotta be clean, man. I cannot be that dirty. Like that's
Right.
I
Well, I look at it like this too, and if I'm in there, I want my roommate to be a woman because it has to be something going on besides,
yeah, and remember at one point they did have those people above them that were having
Right.
sex.
Right. They're eating good and having sex.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. Yeah, no, it would probably be best to have a female partner. Did you have a favorite character?
um, the girl,
The girl
the Asian lady coming down and killing everybody. She killed everybody.
Yeah.
Everyone. She killed everyone. I'm talking about. They tried to rape her. Remember they tried to rape her at the and she come back on the platform and she all bloodied up with everybody blood. Yeah.
Nah, she's really awesome. Her real name is Alexandra Mas-Anke. Yeah, probably mispronounced that like crazy. Sorry. But
Okay.
yeah, I like her. I like her as a character. Really, honestly, I like the old man. Trimagasi.
The old man, yeah, the old man was funny. But did you notice how he turned into the old man after he's been there a while?
Yep.
It was like, yeah,
he tried to tell him that at the start that he would turn into him.
Yeah, and it made sense because after a while you do become numb. You do have to kind of take care of yourself. You do got to survive, and that's what he was basically saying.
I actually kind of wish that he would have lasted a little bit longer in the movie.
Oh well, I don't know if he could, because he's old.
Yeah, he had to die. He had to die. The movie makes too much sense to where he has to. He couldn't make it all the way to the end. But I think it would have been cool if he take out the woman part where the woman cellmate,
Right.
take that out, let him stay a little bit longer.
Well, he couldn't because he was going to try to kill the. Sooner or later, he had somebody going to kill him.
You could have put another scene before that, maybe.
Right. I got it.
Yeah,
I mean,
let him,
Yeah, I get it. He came off real. Yeah, I like, but he died, but he didn't die. He still was around.
Yeah, he's still around. Yeah, and he's also in the second one apparently. I don't know for how long. I don't know if he's a hallucination or if it's a flashback. I don't know, but
he gotta be a hallucination. He has to be.
Maybe they go back in time and it's like a prequel. Maybe I don't know. Did you have a least favorite character?
Probably the lady, like you said. You're right. There's no point for her.
No. And it's just so annoying.
Yeah, she was no point for her. Yeah.
And again, I thought that they would build it up too because she was the one interviewing them.
Right, everybody. So she had information on everyone.
Yes. So I was like, this lady's gonna tell us this is gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
And nothing.
It was a letdown. Yeah, I can see that. It was a letdown.
Yeah. So for all you people watching this, as soon as that lady arrives as a cellmate, you can probably just go get some snacks.
Right.
Bathroom break. Is that what you call it?
Yeah, bathroom break. Yep. Bathroom break. You're absolutely right. Yep. I agree.
One thing we actually haven't even talked about is the nudity in this movie.
I think it could have been a little more, but I think it was enough.
Yeah, there was definitely a little bit. I would have liked a little bit more. I think if he does have a girl roommate or whatever, they could have had sex at some point.
They could have had sex, or they could have seen each other naked.
Yeah.
Because if you look at the two guys, they doing yoga.
Yeah.
Naked. You know what I mean? Why can't they have that with the woman?
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Exactly. So definitely we're both on the page of more nudity. Let's get into this part here. Would you like to see a sequel, which there is? So would we like to watch it? What about a prequel, or what if they turn it into a TV show? Let's start off with the sequel. What do we think happens in the sequel?
I don't know. It has to be something that has to do with him, because he don't die. You don't see him die.
Yeah, so obviously he lives, I guess.
Yeah, what happens?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, what happens to him?
I feel like in the second one, you have to have like maybe that's where like a revolt starts, and maybe they try to escape or
Oh,
something. Maybe they all like get up on the same level and fight their way out or something. I feel like something huge has to happen in the sequel.
yeah, but I'm trying to figure out if you chose to be there. What I don't, I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, why does he care that much if he chose to be there? And he's only there for 6 months. Some of those people are there for years.
Yeah, yeah, you chose to be there. I don't get it. Yeah.
Yeah. Would you like to see a prequel and maybe like how this whole thing started, or maybe what the old man was like in the first couple of months that he was there?
Well, well, I don't know. I want to see a prequel. I just want to have some more background. This movie could have had. I mean, could have added extra 20 minutes and had some background of what this place is.
Yeah, but I think that's how they played it perfect because now I think it's set up to where you could do a prequel and they
Right,
could give us so much information about this place.
right. And then they probably say this is a. They probably say this is an experiment.
Yeah,
They're trying. What they're probably trying to do is trying to understand societal norms of society. How, can you change society? Or can you change the human?
yeah.
Um,
Does the situation that you're in change how you think as a
react.
person?
Yes, and I think that's exactly it does. So, yep. Because you could be poor and people don't understand why you're poor and why you're doing this, why you're doing that. But
I think
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I think too. Like I said, I'd like to see a prequel on the old man and what he was like when he first started. Like, I
yeah.
want to see like how he was like full of life, and maybe he was a nice guy, and maybe he
Maybe.
wasn't so mean like he was by the time we saw him.
Right, right. Yeah.
What if they turned this into a TV show? Would you watch it?
After a while, it'll get boring. You have to have something because right now the plot is this platform and the platform like
Yeah,
the people not eating like what's the after that what happens like let's say I get a handle on making sure everyone eats. What happened after that?
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think a TV show it wouldn't be able to last too long. It would definitely
Right,
be limited on the number of seasons that you could
right.
probably do. But
It'll be
I
a
think
limited series.
Yeah, I think though. I think I would watch it though. Like if I would definitely if it was nice and quick, just like this movie was, I would watch it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think it probably can go for 30 minutes to 30 to 45 minutes.
Yeah, and probably maybe 20 episodes, maybe or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, I can see that. They could have did that with this one, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like what if they
Yeah,
just made this a show instead of a movie? Like,
right. They could have probably made this a show.
yeah. All right. So, which actor gets the championship belt for this movie? Like,
To
which
woman.
actor did a good enough job to where if you saw them in another movie, you would be like, oh, I might have to watch this.
The Asian lady. They killed
Asian lady?
everybody. They killed everyone. Yes, her.
Yeah, I think either looking her up and seeing how hot she is in, in real life. I think she definitely wins. Also, the old man. I feel like I would probably watch if I saw him pop up in another movie.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, I like the movie. I like. It's no, I wouldn't go to the movies and watch this,
Yeah,
but this was something definitely I will put on Netflix as my two must watch or to watch list as a I forgot what they call it.
yeah, they're your list of movies to watch. It definitely, yeah, it only made a little over $1 million at the box office, by the way. So not too many people went and saw it in 2019. Which, by the way, we didn't talk about this at the start of the show, but the 2019 box office, not too good, man. Not too good. I don't know. Did you look up the top movies from 2019?
Yeah, but it's 2019. So is it 2019 worldwide or 2019 over where it was at?
I did worldwide.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yes, it's going to be crap. It's probably won't even. Yeah.
It's number one is Avengers Endgame, which I never seen. Number two was The Lion King. I'm assuming that was the one with Beyonce or whatever. Never seen it either. Number three was Frozen 2. I didn't even know there was a second one.
Really?
Yeah, really. The fourth highest movie of 2019 was Spider-Man: Far From Home. Okay.
Right.
And number five was Captain Marvel. I'm not even sure what that is either.
Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a woman superhero.
Oh, that was that one. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I had no idea, dude. I did not.
Yes.
Yeah. I did not I don't know. None of those movies. Obviously, in 2019, I got to go down. Man, I got to go down pretty far on this list to find one that I actually saw.
Yeah, I watched it all.
Yeah, number 24. I'd go to the 24th highest movie of 2019 before I finally get to one that I've watched.
Which is what?
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
I ain't never seen that.
Yeah. That's a really good one. That's a really good one. No, this movie though, super good. So what do you rank this movie? 1 out of 5.
I give it a solid 3.
Solid 3.
Yeah, I give it a solid 3.
I'm even with all the questions I have about it, I'm giving it a 3.5.
Yeah. It was a solid movie. I'm not gonna lie to you. To me, it was a solid movie. I mean, I don't know why it only made. People get a little queasy with the blood and gore.
Yeah.
But I give it a solid. I will watch it again. Like I told you, I watched it a couple of times.
Yeah, and it won. So at some of the awards, not the American awards like the Golden Globes or the Oscars, but some of the awards, throughout the world, it won like some awards or was up for some awards. Such as Best Screenplay, Best Supporting Actress, Best Visual Effects. Best Visual Effects won at a couple of award shows. So
yeah, I like I said, I like this movie. It was all in one place though. Like you could tell that they didn't spend a lot of money on, a lot of money. It's all in one place. They probably had a warehouse.
I mean, there's literally like 9 people in this movie.
Yes.
Like it was, but I like that. I like these simple movies. Like this was a simple movie, yet it was intriguing. It has a lot of questions. It answers just enough questions for me to like it.
Right, and keep watching.
Yeah, like I would totally watch this movie again. Like if it came on, I would watch it again. If people were over, I'd be like, "This is a great movie. Let's watch it."
Right. I would. I mean, like I said, I liked it.
Yeah, I will definitely watch the sequel. I'll definitely watch The Platform Part 2, which is on Netflix as well, and I think it's actually a Netflix original, I believe.
Really?
Yeah, I think Netflix made that one. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, so they're probably a little better.
I mean, possibly. You never know. You never know with Netflix.
Right.
Yeah, just looking at the poster. Yeah, I don't know what happens in the second one, man. It's got it looks like it's got a girl as a main character this time. Okay. Again, only like 9 people in the movie.
Which is I'm looking at it now. The girl and the big guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It came out in October of last year, so it's been out a little bit now.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I'm intrigued, and normally I don't really want to watch sequels, so I think you did a great job picking the movie.
Oh, thanks. This was different.
Yes, It was definitely different. I like it a lot. I like that it's I just like that there's a lot going on, yet there's not much going on, and again, an hour and a half is a perfect amount of time for a movie.
Exactly. Yes, exactly. You don't have to do too much. You can, by the time you get tired of the craziness, it's over.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I did like it got to the point. You're right.
Exactly.
I didn't realize it was that short. But
yeah. We didn't even. So I do want to mention that we didn't even talk about it yet. But when the guy was trying to climb up to the next level, and the lady just poops right on his face.
Oh man, right. So see, and that right there again is another social thing. Like I don't want you to get up here with me, so I'm gonna keep pushing you down.
Yeah.
And that's crazy. So
what a weird way. I mean, James, is there anything else that we need to hit up on this movie?
I don't know. No. I think we hit up everything. I mean, it was a good movie.
Yes.
Good movie. Please, I had to say, watch it. You watch the movie. It's something good to watch on something good to watch. And Friday nights, you got nothing to do. Just
Yeah, I'm a fan. Like I said, 3.5 stars. Definitely recommend it. One of the better movies on Netflix. I think also one of the better movies I feel like we've watched in a while. And
right.
It's out of the newer movies that we've watched, out of the first time movies, like this was probably the best one yet.
Right.
So 3.5 stars. James, we'll pick another movie for next time.
You want me to pick it?
No, I'll pick it. I'll pick it next time.
Oh, you must got something on. You must got something under your sleeve.
No, I mean, no. If you got something, we can do it. But
no. I have nothing yet.
I was gonna do some research before I pick it, but
right.
Not the sequel. We won't do the sequel yet. We can do the sequel to this at some point if you want, but I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it next. It just seems kind of. I don't like that.
I got it.
All right, so that's it. I guess. Film is literature. This has been fun. James, any last words?
Nothing. Watch it, review. Let us know what you think.
Perfect. Definitely hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll check you later.
All righty.